Thanks for helping with this, or looking into this for me. So, Sunbelt is integrating with Workday, meaning we're sending outbound candidate files when they move to different workflow steps. So, if they move to recommend decline or recommend review, they're going to move out of the ATS and into Workday as a candidate file over on the HRIS platform that Sunbelt utilizes. So, we've been testing and we just want to see what happens when you have a candidate with the same name. Now, these are both separate candidates. Auto dedupe is turned on. Chuck Norris here has a unique email address versus this Chuck Norris. So it's not really a question of auto dedupe because I know these are separate. They just happen to have the same name. But if we look at this section here, so these are the folks that are in progress. And we've got this Chuck Norris. He applied and moved over to recommend review, which bucketed him into Workday. Now the client has verified that this candidate came over on this requisition. This Chuck Norris version came over in Workday on 9810, same as this one. So there's two separate files that they have received. However, this Chuck Norris did not come over to Workday on this 9787. So we're trying to figure out why they didn't come over. CloudMills is looking into it, and more than likely it's on their end. However, the client pointed out in the candidate log file, you can see they're listed as merge right here. And there's information 00002 and 00006 right here. Now, when I moved this candidate forward in the workflow, I did it, you can see here yesterday. This is when I moved them in one workflow on one requisition, and here's the second one. Now, the question is, actually, I'm sorry, I moved them once yesterday and then once today. So trying to figure out what action, what merge, what does this mean? What does this merge mean? And what does the 02 and the 06, what does that indicate? So we're trying to figure out why the candidate's not being recognized in the integration. CloudMills is looking into it, of course, as well. And again, I think it's on their end, but trying to figure out what this merge is. Is it merging the file together as that secondary applicant, meaning it's saying they're only part of one requisition, even though we do have two records? I'm just trying to understand what this candidate log file means here, because the client thinks they're under the impression, they're reading this and saying it says merge, so it's basically consolidating this like auto dedupe would. Now we can tell it didn't because we see two records of this candidate on two different source records and two different workflow histories. I'm just trying to understand what this means down here, what this creation, they came into the system upon apply, and then they were moved in the workflow, so that's dispatch. Same thing here and here, but what do these mean? So let me know if you have any questions, but definitely appreciate the assistance.